Hey guys, my name is Janice Renee and welcome to the Coffee Break.
I got the pencil to the sword, the so what's right indoors. Into the phones that they want me in. Right now I'm sipping coffee, sharing stories with the bosses, just a serving of his glory. Oh, got a problem with mediocrity and people who throw stones and then be fronting like.
So I'm super hyped to be back for another video. Today, we're gonna be talking about some tips that I have for you guys who are interested in starting a blog. Many of you know that I am a blogger, and I was a blogger before I was a YouTuber, which is probably how a lot of us start out. And I've been blogging since 2015. Before I used to just kind of blog all over the place. Now I'm more focused on growing in your faith in God and encouraging people, and particularly self-love and growing positive self-esteem. And so that's kind of where the direction of my blog has gone thus far. But I know that a lot of people have asked me questions about getting started, or they've expressed some interest and they're toying around with the idea. And so you may be one of those people. You might be toying around with the idea of getting started with your own blog, but you don't know where to start. You don't know if you know enough to start blogging. You don't know how to get started. You don't know how to figure out what it is that you want to blog about. And so today I just want to give you 5 tips, just 5 tips today. And I'll possibly do another video if you guys want me to, that's more focused and more informational regarding particular systems and stuff that you can use to get started with your blog and to grow your blog. And so the first thing I want to encourage you to do is to figure out your niche. Figure out what it is that you're going to be talking about in your blog. Figure out what it is you're passionate about. Figure out what it is that you can go on and on and on and on talking about in your blog, because that's going to be what you're going to focus all your energy on, obviously, right? And so figure out what it is that you want to talk about. And a really, really great resource for helping you to figure out what it is you're passionate about, what it is that you can actually produce content on, is a book called Content Inc. And so here's the book, Content Inc. I've read this book in my podcasting class this past semester, and it's super duper duper good. He walks you through a whole bunch of like different ideas and different systems for helping you to kind of narrow down what it is that you want to make your particular project, your particular content, your creative idea. He helps you to narrow it down. He gives you like this plan for how to figure out what it is your sweet spot is. He calls it your sweet spot. And so it's a really, really good book, and I'll link it below so you guys can get one as well. And I definitely recommend this book for anybody who's interested in starting a blog, starting a YouTube page, doing anything creative, because it's very helpful for helping you to figure out what direction you're going to go in. And so number 2 on the list is going to be to come up with a list of about 5 to 10 ideas that you could just talk about. Right? And so the reason why I think this is important is because it kind of gives you a little push. It gives you some ideas. It gets your creative juices flowing. It gives you a little bit of direction to go in. It gives you some content, some planned content to produce moving forward. Because what can happen is you'll start writing and then you'll get writer's block. You'll run out of ideas for writing, or you may just forget to write. You may forget some great ideas. So I would say that as you're preparing to start your blog, that you would come up with a list of about 5 to 10 different ideas to get you started. And those will be the first 5 to 10 or however many you want, but at least 5 ideas that you'll write on in the beginning. And for some people are going to want to write about multiple topics. There are people whose blogs that I follow who write about, in one column, they'll write about health. In another column, they'll write about fashion. In another column, they'll write about life. And so if you're one of those people, then that's great too. Like, the sky's the limit. So I definitely recommend that if you were going to do it that way, then you could at least come up with about 2 to 3 topics per section that you want to write about, per tab on your website or your blog site that you want to write about. And so number 3 is going to be figuring out a posting plan. And what I mean by that is actually sitting down and scheduling out time that you will write and then time that you will post. And the reason why this is important is because you want to develop a level of consistency. You want to come up with a schedule that is realistic for you, because what can happen is you, in the beginning, you can be very, very gung-ho about writing, and you'll post something on Monday, then you'll post something on Thursday because it came to mind, and then you'll post something on Sunday because you had scheduled to write it on Sunday, and then you skip Monday and now you're on Wednesday, and you just kind of all over the place. So figuring out what day you're going to post is going to be really, really helpful for getting your readers to know what day to be expecting your content. Another thing, as far as the figuring out your schedule is concerned, another thing that you're going to want to do is to figure out what days you're going to write. I've discovered that for me, having Fridays set aside for writing has been very helpful, and I put it in my calendar so that it could give me a notification. I put it in my reminders. For you iPhone users, I put it in my reminders so that I could remember and be reminded, like, today is the writing day. And that way I already have the content written by the time that it's supposed to post. So much so that if it's already written, I can schedule for it to post at the appointed time. Which brings me to number 4, which is going to be start with WordPress. And the reason why I say start with WordPress is because WordPress is super easy. They have a lot of free templates, very helpful customer service people if you don't know what you're doing. They come with the .wordpress.com in the beginning, and don't feel pressure to buy your own URL. You can. And for those of you who are at a place where you feel like this is something you definitely want to do, buy your URL from like GoDaddy, or I'm a Google person, like I love Google domains. You can go to Google Domains, and I'll link GoDaddy and Google Domains below as 2 options for you to actually get a URL. But for those of us, I didn't start off with my own URL. For those of us who aren't interested in starting off with a URL, but you do want to get started blogging, which I completely recommend. So I definitely recommend that you start with the .wordpress.com because it's free and you can get started as early as today. And so number 5 is going to be get started. Stop procrastinating, get up and just do it. Like, the longer you wait, the longer you push it off, the more likely you are not to do it. If this is something that you're really, really passionate about, then just do it. Go ahead and join the rest of us who are blogging. And you might be thinking, everybody blogs, like no one's gonna read my blog. Somebody's gonna read your blog. As a matter of fact, I wanna read your blog. So what I'm gonna invite you to do is I'm going to invite you to comment below your blog. If you already have a blog, comment it below. If you don't have a blog, go ahead, create your blog, and then comment your URL below, and I will subscribe to you. I promise you will have your first subscriber, because I am going to subscribe to your blog only if you comment below. So comment below, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not already a part of the family, and I look forward to reading your blogs. Go ahead, get started, because you already have what it takes, and you'll find that blogging is really, really fun. If you, some people are not good speakers, and so they write better. Some people are good speakers, and yet we find comfort in words. Some people just need a place to process, and so blogging is a healthy place for them to process. And wherever you find yourself, I just invite you to go ahead and get started. I'm super excited that you joined me for another video of The Coffee Break, and I cannot wait to read your blog. And if you're thinking about starting a blog, again, go ahead and comment below so that I can read your blog. And before I go, I want to shout out Girl CEO, the shirt that I'm wearing, Ronnie Brown and Girl CEO. Girl CEO is the playground for female entrepreneurs. So if you're a female and you're an entrepreneur, or you're thinking about becoming an entrepreneur, I definitely invite you to check them out. Get a t-shirt, get a fanny pack, get something, sign up for the Girl CEO Inner Circle. and join the community. This is not a sponsored ad or anything like that. I just really, really love Girl CEO, huge fan. I will link below the shirt so you can check that out too. And thank you again for watching another video. Please be sure to subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and share this video. Share this video with your friends who've been wrestling with whether or not they should go ahead and start their blog. Share it with your dad if it's like my dad. My dad's been talking about starting a blog for a long time. So share this video with your dad, your mom, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, whoever. Share this video and let me know in the comments what the link to your blog is. I cannot wait to read it. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video. Today's mug is the Hello Happiness mug. I love this mug. Don't know where I got it from, but this is clearly you ain't got nothing.